Alrighty, what's good, YouTube? Today I'm bringing a video to you guys that I have brought the last, I brought the last game cycle, MLB 20. I did this video too, and it actually was my most popular video on the channel. So we're gonna revisit this topic, and it is a frequently asked question in my Twitch chat all the time. How do I get better with my PCI? How do I get more consistent with my PCI? How do I stop flicking my PCI up, down, left, right, side to side? How do I keep it stable when I hit? How do I get, people ask me, how do I get my PCI so good when I hit? How do I always hit the ball well? How do I get to each edge? How do I cover everything? I don't think I'm the best, but I can do it pretty damn well. So I'm gonna show you guys my little mental tips and tricks, as well as some settings that I like to use when I'm feeling a certain type of way, depending on if I'm struggling or if I'm doing well, what I like to use. So base to start with. We'll hit on Hall of Fame, because the majority of you guys will probably be playing at most Hall of Fame. We'll just settle on that one. I play Legend, not a great base, but we'll start here. PCI center, my base PCI, what I start with, if everything's flat and normal and good, no ups, no downs. Diamonds, center. PCI inner will be wedge, no outer, ever. PCI color, cyan, and transparency, 60%. That's just, color is preference. But I found that 60% for cyan is a good base where you still see it, but it doesn't block your vision. So we'll start with that. Apply the changes. Here we go. See that? All right. That's the PCI. It's not bad. And this is what I'm doing. I'm circle, circle, flick, flick, up, boom. Now, not the greatest timing on that. I'm a little bit wonky with timing. But if you follow the PCI movement, you'll understand what I'm saying. I circle, I go clockwise, I'll go counterclockwise. It's to make sure to keep my finger loose, to keep the PCI flexible. Little round, round, round. 1, 2, swing. Now the 1, 2 at the end there, this little thing I do right here, you can go this way if you want. I like to do outside. 1, 2. It is a timing mechanism. The first circle up here is to keep myself loose. I can go counterclockwise, clockwise, counterclockwise, keep myself moving. And a 1, 2. I was a little late on the timing there, but it's a timing mechanism. It's what I do. It helps me figure out the pitcher's timing. So you wait as long as you can, and you try and figure out when you should do the double and when you should swing. The whole point behind this is to try and get the pitcher's specific rhythm down. So for Aaron Nola's case here, he's a little bit long in his delivery, so we'll circle. 1, 2, up, smoke. Point blank period. That's the whole idea behind it. It is to make sure you get yourself in rhythm. 1, little circle. 1, 2, up, smoke. Now I like to keep my PCI. I don't go, when I do my rhythmic circles and then I do the 1, 2, I don't keep it down here most of the time. I usually get it up a little bit higher. I feel like that's a sweet spot. I feel like because you're up here, you have a good base to hit pitches up and in, get there quick, and also just a like drop down baby. If a little baby drop down if it's middle of the zone, because you know those middle pitches sometimes are hard to hit because if you're not waiting for it. 1, 2, a little high up. I was a little on top of it, but it's a base hit nonetheless. High, up in the zone, off speed pitches are kind of tough to get to. So this is my base PCI that I start with. Just if everything's good or bad, I start with this PCI. Just generally what I operate with. Now, if I'm doing really well and I want to stop focusing on the PCI as much and I want to just really worry about timing, if I'm on Legend and someone's throwing gas, I'll take off the wedge, and I'll actually increase to 100% with just diamonds. Now this, it's not as obstructing on Legend, it's smaller, and it's not at all focusing on the wedge or any of the borders to it. You're just focused on timing. Now, I generally practice the same rhythmic stuff, circles, a little bit of this, a little bit of the timing. But I have noticed that with the diamonds, my tendency is to not really focus on PCI movement at all. It's to kind of just cheat to where I'm weak in that area. So if I'm facing Chapman lefty, I'll cheat up here. Depending on who I'm facing, I'll cheat a little bit. But diamonds are if I'm only on an absolute roll. And that's really about it. Now, if for those guys who are having some trouble with PCI movement and are too focused on it, I have a solution for you guys. I know that the base form of wedge with diamonds isn't going to help you if you're focused too much on your PCI, and diamonds at all won't help you because you're already struggling. Here's my solution for you guys, okay? No center, 60% transparency, and an outer of reverb. This is what it looks like. You guys see this? Oh, wait, it's on fade off. Hold on. No fade out. Turn that off. Look how big this is. It is a good base to work with if you want to feel more confident at the plate. This is a good suggestion for those who are really struggling. If I'm absolutely getting diced, I go to this. You feel like you can cover everything. Look at that. It feels so, you get so much more confidence, even subconsciously. I'll even put it on Legend to show you guys what it looks like. This is what reverb looks like on Legend. Look how much room that is to work with. This is if you're struggling. It really does help you figure it out at the plate. It's a good base to work with if you're struggling big time. Boom. All over it, man. Now, back to the basics for me. None. Center diamonds. Wedge. 60%. This is Legend PCI. This is what I work with every day when I play. Most of the time. You'll see most of my videos will be this PCI. It helps me be a little bit sharper. Now, the smaller the PCI you're working with, the less confidence you'll have at the plate. So if you're using someone with lower contact on Legend versus someone with a high hits through 9, your PCI will be tiny. It will affect your mental. You'll start feeling less confident. Unless you don't really care about that kind of stuff, or if you're in the zone, you won't even notice it. All right, so let's work on something more specific. We will do, I'll show you how I hit Dom. Where's the lefty? Alvarado, perfect example. We'll do sinker, cutter, four seam, and we'll do. What we did right there was we just picked weak zones, lefty that I have trouble with the pitches that really destroy you, lefty. Hard sinker and a hard fastball with a softer cutter from Jose Alvarado. Up and in, down and away, and middle. Low. Those are spots you're gonna have trouble with, because if you're setting sinker right up and in, and they goes cutter out and away or down and away, it's gonna mess with you. Now that's hard to hit. That is a very tough pitch to hit. So what will I do in this situation if I'm online, I'm struggling lefty? I cheat. A little bit of rhythm. 1, 2, and then flick. Don't change anything you do. Just because you're changing your PCI starting point when the pitch is delivered doesn't mean you change any of your pre-pitch prep. One little circle. Boom, boom. That's a dot. That's a little crazy, but this is the stuff. These are the tactics you guys can take to help yourself get better. It's not going to make you a great hitter, but it's going to help you get there faster. It's tough to line that up, but the idea behind it is cover your weak zones by pre-pitch prepping for it. So circles, a little bit of 1, 2. It's a tough pitch to hit, but we were on it for a decent amount. You know, not too bad. So that's what I do in tough at-bats, like a hard-throwing lefty against a lefty hitter. Now, here's another common situation. Oh, my Jesus, that's fast. All right, this is another common situation you guys will deal with. That's tough. A long swing righty for someone who is a decently hard-throwing righty. Do we have one? Yeah. All right, this guy has a sinker and a cutter. We'll do all the you know what, we'll do the basics. Pete Alonso versus a righty who throws hard with a sinker and wow, 93 to 100 is his range. With a hard throwing righty with a sinker, cutter, four seam, and he's got a long swing. You got to worry about that pitch right there. That is in my opinion, the toughest thing to hit in this game right now. Isn't lefty up and in, lefty low and away. It is righty with a decently long swing, up and in sinkers. It always will be. 1, 2, cheat. All right, that one I was all over because I don't know, I just got cracked. But it is the toughest in the game to hit. Circle, 1, 2. I actually hammered that one. My God, Pete's got power. Same thing as I did with Dom versus Alvarado. Do your normal pre-pitch prep and then cheat. You're going to get beat. We're going to get beat with Pete Alonso online. Here and here, mostly. Cheat there. Now, if it drifts over the outside, guide your PCI like a little bit, like if it's a slider, glide along with it. If it's a cutter, like an axe. If it's a cutter, like an axe. Straight to it. Diagonal. Boom. Right to the outside. If it's a slider, he has one. Gotta guide it. Sinker, flick right to it. You have to be able to trace the pitch if it's an off speed, and if it's a faster version of a pitch in the outside corner, that's a tough pitch to hit, man. If it's a fast cut in the outside corner, axe right to it. Use your PCI as an extension of your hand. It's got to be a hand. That'll actually be a base hit too. In my experience with sinkers, righty, it's better to be early than be late, even if it's an outside pitch. That's the toughest pitch to hit if you're sitting sinker. I swung right through it. Gotta sit back. That one drifted over there. It wasn't a hard version of it. That was a little bit harder, a little bit on it. See, you'll get better results that way, just in general. He hasn't got up and in once. Okay. These are the tactics I take when I hit, guys. It's not too complicated. It's stuff that I practice. This is what I work on. I've gotten considerably better hitting lefty-lefty. I've gotten a lot better hitting righty-righty with a sinker baller. I've been cheating up and in on the sinkers, and it's been helping me out a lot. Guys like Soriano and, you know, Piazza especially, they're just tough to hit with righty-righty when they get gassed up. They have longer swings. They're not all Mike Trout. So that's the kind of stuff that I do pre-pitch prep. That's the most important thing that I can help you guys with, is pre-pitch preparation, stuff to do before the pitch comes in. Once the ball's flying in, that's all you. That's all your hand-eye coordination. That's all your reaction. But this is a great strategy to take to help you accelerate your growth as an MLB the Show player. This is what I did. I went from not playing DD at all past World Series and up to essentially through 19. When 20 came around, I decided to stream. I decided to go. I didn't even know top 50 existed. I didn't know there was anything past 900 worth going for. And I decided my competitive edge kicked in. I wanted to get better. I started practicing, watching some guys who were really good at the game as well. And now look, what I'm top 10, essentially. I finished top 10 lifetime in 20. You guys can get a lot better too. I guarantee you, if you follow the tips that I give you guys and you're decently good at video games, you will find your way to World Series if you haven't gotten there yet. Anywho, that's all I got for you guys, man. If you have anything else you want to know, any more tips, anything else I can help you with, comment down below. Let me know. Sub to the channel. Put that bell on so you don't miss videos like these. I don't regularly drop at scheduled times. And just, you know, show some love to that like button, man. It would really mean a lot. It helps us, helps promote this video. I appreciate you guys. But other than that, that's all I got for you. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I hope you guys find yourself getting better at the game. Till next time, I'm out. Bye.